gay, not being just full out gay, but hiding it, trying to pretend like he, you know, loves girls and lives the rap lifestyle, but really, he's a man fan.
He's a man fan.
Yeah.
I understand Puff's perspective, because I know what it's like to have my man. Puff.
It looks like T.I. just dropped a bombshell that's shaking the whole rap game. You won't believe the names he's added to Diddy's infamous list of boy toys.
And gay, not being just full out gay, but hiding it, trying to pretend like he, you know, loves girls and lives the rap lifestyle, but really, he's a man fan.
He's a man fan.
Yeah. There's a lot of man fans out there in hip hop.
I got you. I got you.
I see how you be looking at when I be around too. They be looking at crazy.
Can we talk about how T.I. is out here throwing major shade like it's nobody's business? He's literally exposing how these big-name rappers and entertainers have been used for their money and influence. The tea is scalding hot.
Puff called out Drake. Puff on Drake. I understand that. I got something I'm doing right here. I ain't really trying to get into that with you. This ain't for us. I got something going on already.
Y'all, this is getting wild. What does this mean for Diddy's empire? Are these rappers just pawns in some bigger game? And honey, let me tell you, there's so much more to this story. How will these bombshells affect their careers? And who's next on T.I.'s hit list? Listen, let me spill some background tea. T.I. and Diddy go way back to the golden age of hip-hop. Diddy, being the mastermind behind Bad Boy Records, helped shape so many careers, including T.I.'s. Like, we're talking major influence here. T.I.'s seen it all. The glitz, the glamour, and now he's ready to expose what he calls the darker side of the industry. And Chili, the tea he's spilling, has everyone in the entertainment world gagging.
Weekend is coming in June, and you know I'm not doing it alone. We get HELOO I with that. I can't wait.
Now, let's talk about these infamous Diddy parties. You know, the ones where music royalty mingles with Hollywood's finest. But honey, there have been whispers about what really goes down behind those closed doors. We're talking about alleged rituals and special arrangements between Diddy and young artists that'll make your jaw drop. The question on everyone's lips, are these just innocent networking events, or is there something more calculated going on? Diddy's been trying to shut down these rumors, saying there's been negative propaganda put out about me that's not true. But T.I., being in Diddy's inner circle, child, he knows things that would make your head spin. The fact that T.I.'s speaking out now, that says everything. Something must have pushed him to his breaking point, and I'm living for this drama. There's this crazy theory going around that Diddy's been maintaining his power by, let's say, getting close to younger artists who are desperate to make it big. And when your career depends on these connections, Chili, some might feel pressured to play along.
What would he be talking about?
Gay
I mean, what you want me to say, man?
Y'all, hold on to your wigs because this next part is juicy. There's this massive rumor swirling around the entertainment world about Diddy and The Game having some kind of secret situation, and apparently it led to The Game getting this huge contract. The industry is literally buzzing.
Had young boys on their knees in the office, man. You understand, with that fun boy stuff.
And get this, everyone knows about The Game and his brother Big Face 100's ongoing drama. The Game himself spilled that money's at the root of their messy relationship. But wait, it gets better.
There are several rappers that are in the closet and gay. And see, those are the type of gay people the only type of gay people I have a problem with.
The Game and Big Face 100 have been growing apart for years, each doing their own thing. But what happened recently? Chili. Let me tell you, The Game went on Drink Champs. You know that podcast where everyone spills the tea. And he basically confirmed they're still not speaking. But here's where it gets extra messy. Big Face decided to stir the pot on Instagram. He posted this suggestive picture, hinting that The Game's success might not be all about his talent, if you know what I mean.
And do you. It's a free country. Be gay. You can, do that. Game don't have a problem with gay.
The picture that Big Face posted? Scandalous. It showed Diddy hugging The Game from behind, and let's just say, it looked mighty cozy. This tea is getting hotter by the minute.
Got enough motherfucker on my head. But it's a lot of motherfuckers out here, man, the people wasn't doing right by and, doing things to these young girls.
Indeed. And honey, this isn't even new drama. Back in 2018, 50 Cent was out here spilling all the tea about Diddy's personal life. Even 4 years before that, he was raising eyebrows about both Diddy and Rick Ross. As of 2022, both men are still presenting themselves one way, but chilly, the streets are talking. Big Face must have realized he stirred up too much drama because he deleted that post real quick. But we all know once something's on the internet, it's there forever. Someone in the comments wrote something that got me thinking. Puff was probably the first victim and wanted to have that kind of power over other people, so he takes advantage of his position. Let's dive back into this piping hot tea. Now, Diddy's journey in the industry? Legendary. At first, everyone was all about his producing skills and eye for talent. But lately, chilly, all anyone can talk about is his personal life, especially these romantic situations. Word on the street is that Diddy has a thing for pursuing younger men in the industry, and supposedly, his car is where all the, let's say, magic happens.
You will definitely be upset. You will definitely be upset because you will be outstunned, mother.
Diddy's been working overtime to paint this picture of himself as this devoted family man, right? But honey, these new revelations are telling a whole different story. Reports are coming out suggesting that Diddy's been pursuing young straight male rappers, sometimes using, let's just say, persuasive methods.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
And hold on to your seats because Jaguar, she came through with some TEA. She claims she witnessed something between Diddy and singer Christopher Williams that had everyone's jaws on the floor. Apparently, someone walked in on a situation that was not meant for public viewing, if you catch my drift.
Then the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing for out on Puff.
The rumors about Diddy's preferences, Chiley. There are stories circulating that he has a thing for straight men. And get this, even Method Man got caught up in the drama. Picture this. Method Man's just sitting in this LA club, minding his business, when Diddy spots him, but instead of coming over himself, he sends someone else to try to get Method Man into a car. Like, who does that? Some people think Diddy gets a kick out of making straight guys uncomfortable. One person wrote, "Money is the root of all evil. People will have choices, they play the game because they don't want to be broke, then still get played in the end after they have given their souls." And y'all, wait until you hear what Zebit has to say. After spending what seemed like a normal evening at Diddy's place, they hit up a club. But honey, this wasn't your regular club. Oh no! To everyone's surprise, they ended up at a gay bar.
So then we go to the house, and then, he invited us to the house because he wanted to go to the club afterwards, right? I was like, okay, cool.
Zebit was just trying to have a good time, But then someone pointed out that men were kissing right there in the open. And as if that wasn't enough of a shock, Chile, some man started dancing completely naked. Can you imagine?
The corner, it's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the f is this?
But wait, it gets even messier. Zebit hinted at something disturbing that went down with Diddy.
That girl you know about the girl you. I was like, yeah, nigga, yeah, everybody know, but you know what I'm saying? What's happening? He's like, that's the devil, man.
The audacity of Diddy. He'd be asking guests about their taste in women, then bam, expose them to these wild parties. And there's this whole other story about Superhead that'll make your head spin.
Tells you
she will videotape you with fingers in the booty. And I was like, what the f does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
So then I go back in the house and I ask her, what the f are you talking about?
Now, normally people mind their business, right? But this is Diddy we're talking about. The same man who's always acting superior to these younger rappers. And Zebit dropped this bomb about Diddy possibly having some history with Superhead that he's trying to keep under wraps. He straight up said, I guess he got some prior incident with her that he don't want nobody to know about. And through all this drama, Diddy's just acting unbothered.
I was like, this ain't no damn way. This is my natural. I don't need to be ashamed of what the
It's a
natural. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all want to hear something wild? Let's talk about Diddy and this wig situation. And who better to spill this tea than 50 Cent himself? So picture this. Diddy's out here wearing this extravagant wig while vibing to Travis Scott's album Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight on Snapchat. Like, who does that?
You know what 50 gonna say to you when he see you?
What?
I heard Diddy touched your butt.
Oh man, what the hell?
Oh no, I don't know that was going on.
You know,
I can't wait to run into him again.
See, what you gonna say to him?
Puffy was playing with your booty in my hand.
Chili, the fans were not having it. One person straight up said, Diddy is a fool, hilarious. And 50 Cent, he saw his chance and took it. He reposted that video on Instagram with, "What the F, man?" I mean, the shade of it all. And trust me, this isn't the first time 50's come for Diddy. Their history of shade throwing is legendary.
Puff, okay. You're telling me we got to kick in this and he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the this just say?
Now here's where it gets interesting. 50 Cent's comments, they might come from things he's seen or heard himself. Remember that post with Diddy and Rick Ross performing together? The way 50 posted it, it's like he was trying to tell us something without telling us something, you know what I mean? Oh my God. And don't even get me started on Rick Ross. There's this picture that's got everyone talking. It's Diddy in a pink shirt, hugging this former record exec who's wearing the same thing. The caption said, "I ain't saying nothing, but something ain't right low. Chile, the implications." The tea gets even hotter because apparently, Diddy's been making moves on straight artists in the industry, including 50 Cent. And you know 50, he's not one to keep quiet. If Diddy really did try something, you better believe 50 would tell everybody. Get this! Word on the street is that Diddy has this specific way of showing interest. Apparently, he likes to take his love interest shopping. So when Diddy offered to take 50 Cent shopping, baby, 50 was not having it. Thank goodness he was established enough in his career to say, nope. And now the game's comments are making so much sense with all these theories.
He's been standing next to something his entire career. Right. He stood next to Biggie. You put hot on him. That's stand next to the fight if you want.
The game kept quiet about certain people's secrets in the rap industry for the longest time. But honey, when he went on Drink Champs, the floodgates opened. He spilled that Diddy spent 2 whole years showering him with gifts. And the fans? They're connecting all the dots to those old rumors about Diddy's behavior. After the game's interview resurfaced, people started theorizing that maybe, just maybe, Diddy had something to do with that Usher STD situation. Remember that whole mess in 2017? When those documents leaked showing Usher had an STD since 2009 or 2010 and infected someone in 2012, the settlement was a whopping $1.1 million.
To the lawsuit from the woman who claims that they hooked up a couple of times this year and that she actually...
He gave her herpes, yes. She says.
Yes, that's what she says.
Now, it's worth noting that the game's tea about rappers living double lives and using their ladies' man image as a cover, he spilled that years before the Usher drama. He didn't name names, but Chili, he said what he said. And then there's this crazy story about Jamie Foxx. Y'all won't believe this. Apparently, Diddy made him play naked basketball. Yes, you heard that right. Diddy, being his extra self, thought this would be the perfect icebreaker for one of his wild parties.
Want to know like who was probably at these games? Just look at like who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around for years, especially the super successful ones.
Can you even imagine being at that party? Like, Diddy really knows how to throw parties that people will never forget. But the real question is, did Jamie actually go through with it? Well, honey, let me tell you. Jamie was apparently such a good sport about the whole thing that he actually jumped right in and played that naked basketball game.
Invite over a lot of Hollywood's elite to his house for a basketball game, but it was...
Talk about stepping way out of your comfort zone. But I guess when you're partying with Diddy and other A-listers, anything can happen. And Chili, this wasn't even Jamie's first rodeo at one of Diddy's infamous gatherings. Last year, this old clip surfaced where Jamie spilled some shocking details about another one of Diddy's creepy...
And like, yo, Puff, I should document this shit, right? Yo, what's up, Playboy? what you talking about? I should get this, man. You, Fonzra, whole nine. He says, yeah, let him through. Excuse me. So I get the...
Parties. This wasn't just any party. We're talking about a $1.5 million extravaganza with celebrities pulling up in their luxury rides. Jamie followed Diddy into this over-the-top pool party, and guess who he spotted first? Dr. Ruth! Yes, that Dr. Ruth, the famous Hollywood therapist.
Look up and I see Dr. Ruth. I don't know if you know who that is. The lady. The lady. I see Dr. Ruth. I said, Miss Ruth, could you please come over here? This guy by the name of Sean P. Diddy Combs. I need you to come meet him. I need this for my camera.
Jamie, being the social butterfly he is, managed to get Dr. Ruth and Diddy to have this impromptu chat right on camera. Then out of nowhere, they all started dancing by the pool to Beyoncé's Crazy in Love. The energy was off the charts. Now everyone wants to get into these celebrity after parties, right? But let me tell you about Fabulous. He's been to his fair share of these events, but apparently some of them weren't all they were cracked up to be.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? And what was your wish for this year?
If you look at Fabulous in this crowd, something's just off. He's got this invisible weight on his shoulders that just makes you feel for him. There he is, quietly eating cake, avoiding eye contact like he's super uncomfortable. Could it be Diddy's presence that's got him acting strange? We can only guess what went down between them.
How was your birthday, man? And what was your wish for this year?
My birthday was cool.
Wealth.
Yeah.
The drama started when Fabulous, aka Ghetto Fabulous, asked his fans if they'd ever felt forced to go to an after party. He straight up said, "You really want to go home or back to the room, but you don't want to be the turn down to the turn up." Then he dropped this bomb about Diddy keeping him partying until the crack of dawn. "I told Diddy I was going to the bathroom and slid," he admitted. "It was 7 a.m. and this ninja was still turned up." The story was all about Diddy forcing him to these parties.
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
Now, many fans think the game was throwing shade at Diddy because, let's be real, who else has 7 children with 4 different women? People are saying Diddy might have had all these relationships just to throw people off about his real preferences.
The first of all is there has been negative propaganda put out about me that's not true.
And here's the tea. Diddy's former bodyguard, John Deal, dropped this bombshell in an interview, saying that Diddy's late wife, Kim Porter, knew all about his affairs with both women and men.
Picked up some things from up here on my left side, and then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there, and it said butt plugs.
The plot thickens because Gene also suggested that Kim was writing a book about all of Diddy's secrets before she passed away. He hinted that Diddy might actually be relieved now that Kim's gone because she knew all his darkest secrets. Remember what the game said in that Vlad interview? When they asked if he'd worked with a gay rapper without knowing it, he said yes, and spilled that this person went out of their way to seem straight by dating tons of women. He said, possibly yeah, and not being just full-out gay, just pretending he loves girls and lives the rap lifestyle, but really, he's a man fan. There's a lot of man fans out there in hip-hop. This whole situation has everyone asking, are these artists victims or did they know what they were getting into? T.I. speaking out might make others come forward with their stories too. We're talking about power dynamics, sexuality, and consent in an industry that usually stays quiet about these things.
Wasn't Puffy interested in working with you also?
Yeah, Puff. I was running around with Puff for a minute, but we was just partying, man. Puff liked to party.
The timing of T.I.'s comments has everyone wondering, is he trying to be some kind of industry watchdog, or does he have personal beef with Diddy? Given T.I.'s own history with the law and fame, this could be his way of rewriting his story and standing up against industry problems. As this drama keeps unfolding, everyone's wondering what's next. Will more artists join T.I. in exposing Diddy? How will Diddy respond to all this? And what does this mean for the future of hip-hop? With T.I. leading the charge, this controversy could start some serious conversations about power, sexuality, and accountability in the music industry. One thing's for sure. This story is just getting started, and honey, the tea is only going to get hotter. That's all for today, loves. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye. Until then, goodbye. Until then...